Coach Smith, and I'm here to talk Field Day. I don't know about you, but I love Field Day. It is the Super Bowl of our year. So I am hoping that this video will provide some tips, some tricks, some resources for you to have the most epic field day. And your kids are gonna love it, and your teachers are gonna love it, and your admin is gonna be like, wow. I do a partner challenge. I've been doing a partner challenge for about 15 years. I used to do class rotations, and I will tell you, those are awesome. But with Partner Challenge, I love the idea of student choice because they get to choose what activities they do at their own pace in their own order. I love that it fosters communication, participation, teamwork, sharing, all of those things that we've been working on throughout the year in PE, building those character traits are on display at Field Day. Let's talk structure. The way that Field Day works is I have my students paired up, and the games or activities are geared for partners. Now, kinder through second goes out in the morning, spends about 2 hours and 15 minutes, and then they come in, we have a lunch break, and then 3 through 5 go out and do most of the same activities. We do alter some of them just because they're older and they have different skill levels and things, but the structure remains the same. Now, I do 2 different areas. I have a dry area where it's the field that they can roam around in, and I'll explain more about that in a little bit, but the water games as well. So we will have one grade level start at the water section, which in the morning is usually our oldest grade out there, which is second. They have about 45 minutes to play all the different water games we have, and we only have about 8 to 10, so they repeat, and oh my goodness, it's so much fun. So I highly encourage, if you have access to water games, to do that, and I will link below the ones that we have done throughout the years. Now, on the water games and the field games, they go around with their partners. So they have to make decisions. Like if one partner decides where they go, then the following game, the other partner decides. And we talk all about this throughout the week leading up to Field Day. So students don't just walk out there and not know what to do. They are well aware of the expectations and all of that. Now, speaking of expectations, we do something called passports. Teachers will put passports on the back of all of the students before they come out to Field Day, and that's one of the things that we ask the teachers to do. We ask them to put them in partners, so they develop all of that. I don't worry about putting in partners at all. I do tell them if they have groups of 3 to talk to other teachers within the grade level to see if they can pair up, because the games are geared for 2 people. But they will come out, they will wear this passport on the back, and this is the key to your success with the Partner Challenge. Why? Not only does it have all the activities of the dry area, so kids can get them marked off as they go to all the different activities, and we tell them the goal is to fill up your card and then repeat those favorite games that you have. But the most awesome part about this as a teacher is right here down in the bottom is a discipline box. Now, our teachers, they don't have to line kids up and rotate them from station to station like class stations, but they are responsible for helping us monitor student behavior. So they will walk around. If their students are in the water section, they stay at the water section. If they're in the dry area, they will monitor in the dry area. And any teacher can mark a card. So if I'm a kindergarten teacher, I can mark a 2nd grade card, and I'm going to mark a 2nd grade card if they're not making good choices. And again, this is all told to the students as well as the teacher prior to Field Day, so they know what to expect. But students, they get a warning. If they get their card marked the first time, it's a W, it's a warning. So they are reminded, hey, make good choices. Second time, it is a 10-minute timeout. Have a timer there, a teacher designated at that table all day long, just in case, but they spend 10 minutes in timeout. And then third is OUT, you are out. And I will have maybe one student that is out of Field Day for the day. And if that happens, then they are escorted to the office and spend their afternoon in the office for the remainder of the time. I cannot tell you what a critical part of Field Day this is. So stations go. We have about 25 to 30 stations in the dry area, and students will walk around and play activities. Some activities are geared for me to play against my partner, so we're competing against each other to see who the winner is. For example, scooter races. We're gonna race down to the cone and back. Simple activities, but super fun. Now, other games are geared to work together with our partner to compete against another set of partners. So we might do a buddy skis where we're walking together to get down around the cone and back, racing against another team, or a relay race, or the obstacle course, different things like that. And you will see all those listed below. But that is the type of games that I have. Who runs the games? Because you may be like me and have awesome parent involvement, and so my parents typically run the games, and what I do for that is I send out a Sign Up Genius, and not only do I list the games or just tell about field day, I specifically say all of the activities so that they are clear on what they are signing up for. Because if I have parents want to volunteer, I want them to be at a station that they're going to enjoy being at. So we give them the freedom to choose. And it's fun to see. They often sign up with a friend and they spend the morning together at that station. If you don't have the opportunity to have student involvement, or maybe you're at a school that just doesn't have that, then I have a couple of options for you. One, reach out to your local high school. High schoolers can come and run your stations. Now, with that being said, I've had some awesome high school helpers, but I've also had some that like to visit more than run the station. So just reach out to that sponsor and tell them that it is critical that those students know that they are actually running my field day, and I need their help to be a leader at that station. And then the third option is to have fifth grade helpers in the morning during that K through 2 time frame. And I love this option because it gives students the opportunity to serve and be out at field day all day long. Now, speaking of fifth graders, they do have the opportunity at my school to be my helpers, and I give them two different options. One, I allow them to run the station like I've talked about, or two, partner or shadow a group of kindergartners. And that is so precious to see, just their empathy, their compassion, their leadership. They kind of are the teacher and responsible for those two students. So I will pair them up to shadow a group of kindergartners as kindergarten goes through the different stations, and helping them tie their shoes, helping them find different stations, making sure they stay with their partner, all of those different things. So it's a great opportunity for get your fifth graders involved. I typically send out a Google form and say, hey, do you want to be a station leader, or do you want to shadow students? And I have them shadow kinder, first, and second if there is an opportunity for that. So now, who gets to decide what helpers I'm going to have? I love to offer it to the entire grade level. And as long as I can trust them to be out there, to be in that leadership position, then I'm going to allow it. But I work with all the specialist teachers, and I tell students at semester in fifth grade, just kind of they need that check of, hey, you need to make sure you're making good choices because you're going to get to be a fifth grade helper. But you've got to make good choices in the classroom, in recess, in the cafeteria, in all of your specialist classes. And so I work with all of those different teachers and staff members to decide, okay, who is going to be out there in the morning. And if they earn that, awesome. It is a super fun day for them. So that is a great way for you to have volunteers run your stations. So the next thing I want to talk about is teacher. What are the teacher roles? So I will go to teacher meetings or have a staff meeting where I go over my field day packet. Now my field day packet, it always has the theme on the front. It has teacher responsibilities that I lay out. It has a schedule, has a map of field day, and it also has the games. Now, a lot of times they don't read everything, but this gives them an opportunity to see all the hard work that you have put into field day. So I love passing out teacher packets, and it kind of reveals our theme for the year. So the teacher's role is simple. Number one, they have to put the students in partners. Number two, they need to bring a Sharpie out because they are marking the cards in their area. And third is to make sure that they are spread out and helping monitor those students. The last thing I'd like to say is themes. I love doing a themed field day. I've done superheroes, I've done Star Wars, I've done Disney, I've done a beach theme. And this year I'm not doing a theme because I'm just gonna have the games. So a couple of ideas on the theme though. You don't have to tweak or rework your whole field day to fit your theme. Just look at the different names and try to incorporate the themes of different superhero names or Star Wars activities, and just tweak them a little bit to fit your theme. But you don't need a theme. You can just do with the regular activities, a speed stacks race, a obstacle course, a football throw, all those fun things kids enjoy. I hope this video has been helpful to you to get the courage to do a partner challenge. If you have any questions at all, I'm here to help. Just ask the questions in the comments and I will be sure to respond. Check out the different resources that I've provided and make it a great field day.